Hi everyone, it's Teresa Green with Slow Paths Wellness, and it's time for Mindful Monday. Today I'm trying to keep Mindful Monday a little shorter because I understand everybody has time constraints and I want to honor that. So today I just want to give you the idea of giving yourself credit for the things that you do well. And I know we've probably talked about this before in little batches here and there, but I've noticed over the past 4 years when I've really been intensely working on mindfulness and on self-compassion and self-care that when I started out, I would make something like a to-do list. And the to-do list would have 4 or 5 things on it. Actually, in the beginning, it would have 15 things on it. Not because I was optimistic about my ability to do things, but it was sort of an anxious tick I had of my to-do lists were wish lists, not to-do lists. But when I would do my to-do list, I'd see all these things that needed to get done. And I would start pressuring myself right away. Gotta do this, gotta do that. Don't let this get lost, don't let that get lost. And kind of nagging myself from the very beginning. And then at the end of the day, inevitably, things didn't get done. Or I'd forgotten something that I had to take care of, or I didn't realize something came up I wasn't expecting. And so the to-do list didn't get done the way I thought it would. And so the nagging would begin again. Oh, look at that. You forgot to do this, and you forgot to do that, or you didn't have time to do this. And what will happen if since this didn't get done in time? And really, I was a really awful boss to myself, really. I wasn't someone anyone ought to work for, at least not to myself. Now, it's much kinder to other people around me, but not to myself. And I suspect most people are like that. Now, as I've worked on mindfulness, I've worked on self-compassion, I've done a lot of work on my self-talk to do very kind to myself and trying to look for the good. And as I've worked on my coaching skills and helped other people, when they give a situation or scenario, to help them find the things they've already done really well on it and what the possibilities that are out there instead of the negatives, I've been able to develop that a little more myself. And it's really exciting and really makes me very joyful to realize that now, more often than not, my go-to response when I look back on my day is to go, oh wow, look at all the things I got done. And look, even though that was harder than I expected it to be, it was more challenging and took more time, I got that done too. Or I got it done to a place where I could learn more and come back to it. And I've been able to become the kind of supervisor for myself that I would have wanted when I was an employee and not self-employed. And I think that's a very important concept, to think of yourself kind of as two people. There's the one in charge of things, and there's the one doing the things. Some people use that expanded into the role of parent and child. But the idea is there's the you that is sort of the planner. In Chinese medicine, we think of it as the energy relating to heart and small intestine as the emperor. And then there's everybody else. And if you can have that emperor part or empress part of you be very kind-hearted and very encouraging, not only does it help you in your day-to-day life to feel more encouraged, I found in my own experience, and most people who try this, they get more done, and 2, it actually cultivates a sense of wisdom. Because when you're not constantly trying to outrun this nagging voice in your head, you start giving yourself time. And so you can start approaching things instead of approaching them constantly from desperation. You approach them from the idea of, oh, this is an interesting challenge that I will learn something from, even if I don't finish it the way that I want to in the end. And that is a very wonderful perspective. It feels good, it makes better outcomes, and it's very, very helpful. So for today's Mindful Monday, think about how you talk to yourself. Give yourself credit at the end of the day or during the day for the things that happened. So for example, I'll do a little quick example. Let's say that you needed to run an errand. And when you ran the errand, the line at the cashier, you're getting groceries or something, and the line at the cashier was much longer than you thought it was. And so you ended up running late for your next thing. And so a phone call you needed to make didn't get made that day. And there may be repercussions for it, but you did the best you could. There wasn't any, that you did everything you could do and you just didn't get it done. So instead of spending the end of the day when you look back at things going, I didn't get that very important phone call done, that was very irresponsible of me and that's going to make me look bad, and all the cascade of things that people say when they get into that attitude, think, okay, I had a challenging day, I got the things done at the store that I needed to get done, and it took longer than it I expected, because sometimes that happens. We're not in control of the things outside of ourselves, so we did the best we could with what we had. And while there may be some repercussions for not getting this phone call done today, I am an adult, I can handle them, and I will handle them tomorrow, and who knows, maybe it'll be a better outcome, because maybe the person I needed to talk to was having a bad day today, and maybe tomorrow they'll be in a better mood. That constantly looking for the positive is one of the things that really helps people in their life to reduce anxiety, get more done, feel better while they're getting it done, and just enjoy their time in life. And that helps with sleep, that helps with immune system function, that helps with just about everything else going on in your body. So for Mindful Monday, give yourself some credit and enjoy that feeling of accomplishment. Have a great week.